Hi, and welcome to this PyxisGC tutorial video. Today I'll talk about the manual calibration and how then to calibrate the PyxisGC with external gas cylinders. In order to manually calibrate, you need to buy a certified gas cylinder with BTEX compounds in it. Then, by using a dilution system, you need to dilute this gas tank to your desired concentration for the calibration. Usually, the calibration could be around 30 ppb of benzene, or maybe above 100 ppb if you want to get a calibration of a higher concentration analytical methods. So, once you have done this and you have connected your external gas cylinder through the sample inlet of the Pyxis, you will let it run for at least 4 or 5 measurements, with the instrument measuring in continuous mode. After this, when you see that the instrument is equilibrated and the concentration of the compounds is stable, you can then stop and use one of the last chromatograms to do the calibration. And now I'll show you how to do it through the graphic user interface. Okay, so we are here in the home page of the instrument. You can see here the actual method that is loaded. So basically you will calibrate only the method that is now loaded and running. Also, to calibrate, you need to stop the measuring cycle and the instrument must be on status ready. So you go in calibration, and here this window will pop up. Here you can filter as usual with date, method, location, comment, and will appear all the chromatograms in the desired period of time. We suggest, for example, to add a comment, let's say calibration, every time that you record a chromatogram for the calibration purposes. So we did this previously, and by pressing this and search, only the chromatogram that have been used for the calibration, so connected to a BTEX external gas tank, will appear. So you can open one of the chromatograms, the one that you need was stable enough, and this window will appear. So as usual, you can zoom in and zoom out. So I know that the first peaks are of benzene and toluene. And so you can, here at the bottom, choose which compound you need to calibrate. So for example, if I want to choose benzene, you will see here that this dotted line appears. And you can change the retention time by pressing the pencil icon, so that you can edit basically the PBS, which is the peak base start, and its width. The PMP, which is the peak maximum position, so basically where the peak is positioned. And you can see here the blue dot that starts here and ended there. And the PBE, which is the peak base end, so where the gradient becomes 0 and the curve of the chromatogram peaks get to the bottom line. In the end, you will put the concentration in ppb that you know is coming from the certified gas tank. So as I said before, we usually put for the low concentrations around 30 ppb of the benzene. When this is done, you can save, and you can do this for all the 4 different compounds. If you then put all compounds are selected, you can then press calibrate. Automatically, the instrument will give you the peak area, the retention time of the peak, and the sensitivity, which means basically the connection between the millivolts, so the signal of the PID, and the ppb, which is the concentration of the compounds. By then pressing accept, the new calibration will be accepted and the instrument will be updated.
Pollution analytical equipment, the answer to your on-site detection challenges.